Hi everyone, I'm Meredith and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so excited that you found me, and if you're returning, I'm so grateful you've decided to come back and watch more. I love all things luxury. I love luxury shoes, luxury handbags, luxury lifestyle and vlogging, and if they're things that appeal to you, I hope you'll do me a massive favor and hit that subscribe button down below. I'm currently on a quest to get to 7,000 subscribers by my YouTubeversary, which is my 1 year on YouTube, which is the middle of May 2023. So if you can help me out with that, I'd be really appreciative, thanks. Today I am doing a video around some vintage pieces that I have bought from Louis Vuitton, which I believe come from the most underrated Louis Vuitton collection there is. I have never seen an unboxing around this collection. I've never even heard of this collection until well, I'll share the story about how I got to this collection. And now that I have found it, I realize how incredibly underrated it was, and I will explain my reasoning for why I believe that. So the story around how I came to find this collection, it's not that exciting, but I'll share it anyway. So I was having lunch at Louis Vuitton in the VIP room with my two sales associates. I think they were both there, and the store director at the time. He's now moved on to another role. Very sad about it. We won't talk about it. And I was saying, as I have said for years, that I believe that there is a leather that is incredibly underused and underutilized within the luxury sphere that more fashion houses should look at. And for me, that is kangaroo leather. Now, before everybody gets upset about how could you possibly use kangaroo leather, I am Australian. I am very Australian. And in Australia, kangaroos are pests. We cull them. We regularly cull them. They breed and they destroy crops. They tear down fences. They make farming life hard for farmers. We cull them. They are just culled. So we use kangaroos in Australia for kangaroo meat. It is readily available. You can buy it in the local supermarket, and we use their hides. So while you may be an animal activist, and I understand that, and that is your personal opinion and view, that's fine. They are not an exotic animal, though I do collect exotics also, and they are no different to cows or goats as far as I'm concerned. They can be farmed and we can use their hides. So I liken them to deer in the US. I know in the US there are lots of deer. You can go hunt them, you can farm them, you can eat them, whatever. You use their skins. Kangaroos are the equivalent of that in Australia. So kangaroos, because they are culled in Australia, if you want to go for a drive rurally, you will find kangaroo bodies on the sides of the roads because they jump onto the road, they get hit by cars. In a lot of cases, they destroy cars by doing that. Not their fault. They don't understand. Get that. But we do have a magnitude of kangaroos in Australia. So we cull them because they become pests. It is a known fact that kangaroo hide is one of the lightest, one of the strongest, and one of the most flexible leathers there is. It is incredibly underutilized. Kangaroo leather wears better than any other leather in my opinion, and I own most of the different types of leather. In case in point, I will show you a pair of boots that I own. So these are a pair of R.M. Williams boots. So R.M. Williams is an Australian brand. They make beautiful leather pieces. They make Akubra hats. They make coats, and they custom made me these boots. So at the time I had these made, which was, I want to say 16 years ago now, maybe 16 years ago. I went in, I chose the leather I wanted, they measured my foot, and they custom made it. I chose kangaroo because I already had a pair of these Wellington style boots in French calf, which is a much more structured leather, and I wanted something really slouchy. So you can see how these have slouched over time. So these boots are incredibly well worn. They need a good leather at the moment. Sorry, a good oil at the moment, because I'm scared I actually haven't worn them for 2 seasons. They might crack. But they are incredibly well worn. So you can see the toes. You can see how well loved these are. But they are incredibly, incredibly comfortable. Now, I took these on a trip to the United States that I took with some friends. It was just before I met my partner, so I'm going to say it was about 2010. 2010 sounds about right. We did a big trip to the United States. We went to lots of places, and my friend Nick and I had done more stops than our other 2 friends who came with us. And Nick and I had decided that we were going to go to New Orleans because it was Mardi Gras and we were over there, and if we extended the trip by a little bit, we could go and experience that, something neither of us had ever done. So we went to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, and as it turned out, it was also the same time that the Super Bowl was on. The Saints were in the Super Bowl and they won. Now, the Saints is the team of New Orleans. So to be in New Orleans for Mardi Gras while their home team wins the Super Bowl, party of a lifetime, people. The best experience I've ever had, something that I will never forget in my life, and I'm so glad I extended my trip to do it, because it really was a once in a lifetime experience and such a great party. These shoes got trashed. Absolutely trashed, because there were people everywhere. So you can see on these shoes that they have they've been walked all over, they have been treated badly. I had all sorts of things spilt on these. But you know what? Had they not been kangaroo, they weren't going to make it. Had it been any other type of leather, these boots would have been destroyed. I would have had to throw them out. They probably would have holes in them. Kangaroo leather wears well and is so strong and is so flexible. It is completely underused by fashion houses. So I'm expressing all of this to my sales associates and my store director and saying, why don't Louis Vuitton do pieces in kangaroo? Some fashion house has to work this out and decide that kangaroo is actually worth it, because the pieces will last so much longer, they will wear so much better, and they will be beautiful. The leather is flexible. There is nothing like it on this earth. They make motorcycle outfits out of leather, out of kangaroo leather, because it is so strong and so durable. There is nothing like it. So I'm expressing all of this, and my store director says, you know, there was actually a range that we did that was kangaroo leather, and I almost got whiplash from how fast I looked up. I was like, excuse me, there's a range that I missed? How did I not know this? And he said, yeah, there were pieces that were made out of kangaroo leather. They were very, very limited. It was not a big collection. It was part of the men's collection, but there are definitely kangaroo pieces out there. It was the only time Louis Vuitton has ever done kangaroo pieces. And I was like, well, aren't I a woman on a mission now? I need to find these pieces. So on the back of that lunch, my sales associate sent me some information about the collection itself. So I'll read you the information that I have about this collection, and then I'm going to show you the pieces that I've hunted down, so you can see how beautiful and how well these pieces wear. So this is called the Soana Leather Men's Spring Summer 2007 and Spring Summer 2008 collection. So it went so well in 2007, they actually did it again in 2008, but they're the only pieces, and there's not a lot of them. So following the big success of Soana from Spring Summer 2007's men's show and pre-collection, Louis Vuitton has decided to renew it for the Spring Summer 2008 men's show. This season, it is launched with 2 new colors, a casual light gray and a cozy dark brown. It covers up the 3 Spring Summer 2008 men's pre-collection volumes and proposes very flexible and modern bags. The Trottoir MM, a small city bag. The Cabas, a must in this season, continuing the tote story of previous shows. The Sac de Sport, continuing the carry-all story between a sport bag and a small travel bag. It is perfect to carry sports accessories or as a weekend bag. And then it's made of genuine kangaroo skin. Sawana leather is known for its strength and suppleness. This kangaroo skin is hand crumpled, creating a worn vintage look. The Sawana line has been named after a Caribbean island due to its softness and summery, sunny spirit. So that was what Louis Vuitton said about this collection at the time that it was launched. So I know that there were not a lot of pieces with this. So from counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pieces were released in this kangaroo leather for Louis Vuitton. It was not popular. It was not it was well received, but it was not popular at the time because it's part of the men's collection. It certainly didn't have the saleness or the selloutness or whatever you want to call it that some of the women's pieces do. And it was 2007, 2008 Louis Vuitton, which was a time when, yes, luxury existed, but it certainly didn't have the consumerism attached to it that it does now. So on the back of all of this information, I went and hunted pieces because I was like, I need to own these pieces. I need to see these pieces because I am sure they're going to be beautiful. So as I show you these pieces, I invite you to remember that these are from 2007 and 2008. And when you see the condition of them, you will understand my thoughts around why this was an incredibly underrated collection from Louis Vuitton and why more fashion houses should consider kangaroo leather. So let's have a look. So let's start with this one. So some of these came with dust bags and some of them did not. And I said to my sales associate as I was receiving these, I'm like, did they come with dust bags and like men are just useless with them and lose them? Or did they not come with dust bags? And he's like, the first one. So, which makes sense because when my husband gets a piece and takes a dust bag out, I'll find it lying around and I'm the one that collects it and puts it away for later. So original dust bag, and it's more yellow than the current dust bags. And if we open this one up, so this is the first piece that I'm going to show you guys. So it is a tote. It says Louis Vuitton is embossed across the top. It has gold hardware and it's a very, very dark brown. It's not it's a very, very dark brown, almost a mahogany. This is from 2007 or 2008. I think this one's actually 2008. And it is fantastic. This crumpled effect that it has is part of what it looked like originally. They did a crumpled leather effect. It was supposed to look like that. Look at these corners. Look at this leather. And look at how well it has aged. It is soft, it is pliable, it is beautiful. So if I open it up, this one's been kept incredibly clean. So we have just a big grey interior. It has the zipper pocket there that you can see, and that is it. So, and you can see on it, it says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in Italy. So this is a tote bag. So like I would wear my DeVille's, my Chanel DeVille's, and on the go, never full, any of those. This would work and it's going to wear beautifully. It does not scream Louis Vuitton. For those of you who are a little bit concerned about having logos or not wanting to be showy in public, this is for you. But it will wear beautifully. It will get a little bit scratched, and there are a couple of scratches here. I don't know if they'll even come up, but it adds to the beauty of the piece and you can barely see them. So hard wearing, so beautiful, so soft, and after all these years in such perfect condition. And yes, I understand that the use will often have a bearing on that, but you can use these really well and they will last because they are kangaroo. They are almost indestructible. It is undisputed. It is the hardest wearing hide there is. Kangaroo will always be light, it will always be flexible, and it will always wear incredibly well. So that's the first piece I wanted to show you guys. Oh. So this is the next piece, and this was actually what was considered a runway piece. So this one I got on Vestiaire Collective, and I've still got the tag on it because I haven't taken it off. I took these in to show my store director just before he left, and he like just died over them. He thought it was amazing that I had managed to track down so many pieces in such a short amount of time. So this is a handheld bag. And it's in this, it's a slightly lighter brown, more of mahogany than the other one. And it's just, so it's got the V's. Once again, Louis Vuitton without being Louis Vuitton in your face. All the little grommets have Louis Vuitton on them. And this has a beautiful demier pattern on the inside. It's like a wipeable interior almost. And it has two pockets, one for your phone where it's not going to fit anymore, and another big one there. This one is also made in Italy. And this is a example of a harder, a bag that's been harder treated. So it is still beautiful. You can barely even tell. There's a Louis Vuitton plaque down the bottom there. But you can see on the corners of this, if I can get it shot, they've been a little bit more used. But 2007, 2008, no, I actually think this one's 2007. Look at how well it has held up. This has actually been used. Somebody has been using this. It is beautiful. It's softer than the other one because it has been used more, and it is doing incredibly well. There are no nicks in this. There's no issues with it. It is stunningly, stunningly beautiful. Kangaroo leather all the way. I also have picked up a messenger bag. So this one is in an even lighter brown. So there's been a couple of different variations of brown in this. And this one is, you've got to actually undo the buckles to get it open. So once again, the V's, you can see the V's in the stitching to tell you it's Louis Vuitton. It also has the plaque down the bottom there. It has a completely adjustable strap on each side, so you can make this as long or as short as you want. It has the really comfortable shoulder strap on it. It does require you to do and undo the buckles if you want to open it and actually do it up. And then, take everything out, get stuffed. This one comes with, oh look, this is 2008. Oh, that's exciting. Sorry, I've just found, I didn't realize this was in here. So this is a 2008 little catalog, and it's got pictures. Oh, I miss my catalogs from Louis Vuitton. I was so stupid to throw them out. But look, all the things that were released that year. That's pretty cool. And then it also came with a little pass of some description. That's cool. All right, so that came inside, and then, so this, oh, and what are you? Trunks and bags. All these things I'm finding. Oh, it's just an empty envelope, but look, they're old brown envelopes that we used to get for things. That's cool. So once again, this has got the demier pattern on the inside. It's got a pocket, and this one's also made in Italy. So it's got the plaque. I'm not sure if that's coming up, but it says it's made in Italy. And this is just a messenger bag. So it goes crossbody or however you want to carry it. So soft, so beautiful, wearing perfectly. And I don't even like neutrals, but these are proper leather. Like it's a stunning, stunning bag, and it does not scream Louis Vuitton, but it is Louis Vuitton, and it is beautiful. This will last a lifetime. You don't have to worry about this. This can go out in the rain. Seriously, take your kangaroo pieces out in the rain. No worries. It will be fine. So hard wearing. So hard wearing. So that's my third piece, and I have actually secured a fourth piece as well. So I have managed to find 4 pieces so far, and I'm on the hunt for the rest. So like I said, there were 10 all up. I have found 4 so far, and I will continue the hunt for the rest. Some of them have been in incredibly good condition and great pricing, and others I have found have astronomical pricing and they've been sitting there for months and I've been watching them. So I let them sit and sit and sit and sit, and then at some point I'll make the seller an offer of at a reasonable price and see if they'll accept it. But yeah, these pieces, like, apart from being underrated, are also not that expensive. No, they're not. They are hard to find, but because the collection was not massive or well known, they are hard to find. And then this is the last piece that I've found. So this is a beautiful caramel color, and this is like a weekend bag, and this actually does a magic trick if I can work it out. So once again, you've got the V's. It's in a beautiful caramel color. You've got 2 pockets on the front, and then we have the strap, so crossbody strap for it, and what like a wipeable interior inside. So this is a beautiful weekend piece. It's also made in Italy, and let me see if I can get this to do the little trick that it's supposed to do. Okay, took me a little bit, but I got there. So this packs down into this. So if you are traveling with this, you can wear it like this, and you've still got the 2 pockets that you can use. One on this side and one on this side. So you can absolutely still use it. There's still room in there. So you just attach your strap to the D-rings on each side. So it creates a much smaller version of the bag. But if I do this, and open it up, we have the full bag again. Isn't that an awesome design? I'm pretty impressed by that. And then I've got the D-rings on the top for the strap. I love this bag. I love all these bags. I think this collection is the most underrated Louis Vuitton collection there has been. If you are after Louis Vuitton bags that are going to be hard wearing, that are going to look beautiful, that don't scream Louis Vuitton with the LVs all over it, that you can travel with, that you can use for years and years to come, this is your collection. And it doesn't matter that it's part of the men's collection. I love these pieces. I'm considering traveling with some of these. I would travel with this bag in a heartbeat because it does pack down into a much smaller size, and then it blows up again into a bigger carry-on bag for the plane. I think these are gorgeous, gorgeous pieces, and I am so excited to continue to hunt the rest of them. But I really would love to see fashion houses embrace kangaroo leather. In an era where we all talk about in the luxury community, the demise of quality and products that we're buying and the leathers that we're seeing, this is the answer. We have an ample supply of kangaroo leather in Australia. They can be farmed and their hide can be used. It is sustainable. Well, it can be sustainable, and it will last a lifetime. So in a time when we all want better quality for the money we're spending, there is an absolute place in the market for kangaroo leather that luxury houses are not tapping into. And I would really love to see some of them do that. So I'm going to keep talking about this until somebody listens to me and we see kangaroo leather being used by the fashion houses, or any fashion house, or just pick one. I don't care if Louis Vuitton bring back another collection. I want to see someone actually tap into this, so we know that when we spend these huge amounts of money on these bags, we're going to have bags that are going to wear so incredibly well. I hope you found today's video informative. I hope that I haven't offended anyone, but like I said, I am Australian. We just use kangaroos. We do. It's no different to deer. To America, we eat the meat, we use the hides. So we have no issues with it. It's no different to cows. And I hope that I've maybe, shown you a collection you didn't know existed and maybe piqued some people's interests. But this is my opinion. I believe that this is the most underrated collection that there was. If you have liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. It means a lot to a content creator when you do hit that subscribe button. Please also hit the little bell notification so you know when I've uploaded videos, which is usually 3 times a week. I will also throw up my Instagram handle for you so that you can come follow me over on Instagram if you would like. I put lots up in real time, lots about the collections that I have, and lots about what videos I have coming up. So please come follow me over there. I hope wherever you are in the world today, you are having a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.